We're starting off in Region A. As Teresa Weatherspoon and Rebecca Lobo, two Liberty legends. Both were in the league in 1997 when it first started for the Liberty. Teresa Weatherspoon, known as our leader, a two-time Defensive Player of the Year for the Liberty in 97 during his inaugural season, and in 98, five-time All-Star for the Liberty, four-time final appearance. As we know, the Liberty didn't win a championship until last year, but she was still a huge part of those final runs. Especially, she is known for her being a facilitator, being such a great passer, and being one of the best defensive guards. Mm-hmm. But famously known for that shot in 99, which helped them reach the finals, average 5 points per game and 5 assists per game in her career. Teresa Weatherspoon, the floor general, and versus Rebecca Lobo, who was also on that team in 97, played for the Liberty until 01. Definitely had, I think, a better college career.
Quick question. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So this is Rebecca Lobo versus Teresa Weatherspoon?
Yes.
See, okay. Quick. I have a quick beef with one of the stud buds.
Oh.
Because she's going around calling herself Teaspoon, or like her IG handle is Teaspoon.
Oh, Letitia Heidemann. She's not the OG Teaspoon.
I was like, what's going on here to call her Teaspoon? I was like, I only know one teaspoon, you know?
I know, that's right. We only know one teaspoon, and that's Teresa Weatherspoon. But, yeah, okay. I think that's always been her nickname since before all this social media. Like, that's always been her Instagram handle. If I ever get a chance to interview her when she comes to the Liberty, I am actually going to ask her that, because I want to know where she got her nickname from. Is it because of Teresa Weatherspoon? Could be.
Right. It's got to be.
Right?
Or at least some influence. Okay, so now we have Rebecca Lobo and Teresa Weatherspoon, both original Liberty there. So they're one of the Final Four in matches?
Yes, one of the Final Four for Region A. Just gave a little bit on Teresa Weatherspoon and her point guard, our floor general, and now to Rebecca Lobo, like I said, not drafted, but was one of those original players who signed with Liberty in 97, played until 01. In college, had a great college run with Gino Riemo, was part of that undefeated season, 35-0 in 95, right before the WNBA started. In her career, averaged 6 and 7.
Yeah, she was Liberty's first star, even though her Liberty WNBA career was really disappointing. A lot. The biggest reason was because of the injuries.
Yeah.
But like before the league, like when the league was first announced, and it was the women's NBA, and you had the New York team, Rebecca Lobo, after winning the championship with UConn, like that was huge. That was huge.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, that was in 95, and I believe they went to the Olympics in 96. And she was part of that team.
Yeah, 96, yeah.
And part of that team.
Yes. And so that was big. And then the WNBA came the next year in 97, yeah.
Right. And we definitely, as Liberty, definitely expected more from her, especially what they saw, what she was able to do in college.
Yeah.
And in this instance, I really think Teresa has the edge just because of being able to make it to 4 finals appearance for the Liberty. Yeah, not being able to win one, but just being that anchor, being that defensive player, that facilitator. And without her, I don't think the Liberty would have made it to 4 finals.
You know what? So this is cool. So with each matchup, like we'll debate, and then if we can't come to an agreement on who should move on, it'll be like the possession arrow. Like one time it'll be your have the final say. Then it'll be my turn. So the possession arrow can start with you on the first one.
Why you disagree?
I think I know. I hear what you're saying. I totally do. Mm-hmm. But I have a soft spot in my heart for Rebecca Lobo, cause for me, she was the first great women's player that I can remember with UConn when they went undefeated, the first undefeated team. We look at UConn's dynasty. They're great. They're the most storied women's basketball program ever, ever. Pro, college. So that college team with Gino, they won so many, and her team was the first great UConn team. You know what's interesting about Gino? I think he was there for like 10 years or more before
Lobo.
Before he won his first championship. So like I say, Rebecca, she was the first great player, she led the first great team, championship undefeated. So like that was so huge at the time. See, this is before you were born.
Yeah, it was. I mean, a lot of this is before I was born.
Yeah.
But I agree with your point of view, though.
Yeah.
What she was able to do in college, like, that was the first undefeated season, 35-0.
Was it? I mean, it was for UConn.
Okay, for UConn.
Yeah, it might have been for in the women's game period.
Yeah, I'll fact check that, but I don't think.
But
it was
definitely for UConn, it was the first undefeated team, and so like that was so big. And then the Olympic thing, you know, like she was really big with that too. In '96, and then Teresa Weatherspoon.
I mean, she didn't play as much in the Olympic because you had Tina Thompson, Leslie, Cheryl Swoops. She was more of that rookie, soaking it in, but
it was so like it was because the WNBA had not started yet, so it was like all the great women players were playing overseas. But like to me, I would feel like Rebecca Lobo was probably the biggest star at that point of all of them, or just because she was coming off of that. It was like fresh off of the undefeated UConn championship, and like I said, there was no WNBA back then, so that was like a year or two before it started. So, the women's college game was the biggest thing in women's basketball, and like in a lot of ways, it still is at times. But especially then with no WNBA, so like for women's basketball in this country, like she was the one who everybody she's the biggest star right now, and like Cheryl Swoops had done it a little bit before. Lisa Leslie, like she was a great, she was big, but she had
even
done
Cheryl Miller had done it
before,
a little bit before as well.
So it's interesting, but and they were very similar to the first men's dream team in '92. Where like they were all iconic, and it was like it didn't really even matter what anybody did. They were just all like so big, and rock stars, and they just beat everybody easily. So the women's '96 team, that was like the first women's pro team, and Rebecca Lobo was such a star at that time. So yeah,
I see your point of view, and I agree at that time how big of a star she was. But when you look at the organization that they both started with and they both played for, and all said and done, I think Teresa Weatherspoon had a bigger impact on the Liberty organization than Lobo did. Yeah, Lobo
yes. No, you're right. So,
and that's why I really go with Teaspoon, because professionally, Teaspoon's impact was greater than Lobo's. I know Lobo's still around the game. Just the fact that she's an analyst on ESPN has always been around it and been a huge part of the league. But when we're talking about on the court and what she was able to do, I really think Teaspoon has the edge on what she's done for the Liberty organization.
Yeah, so she definitely had the better pro career. So one had the better pro career and one had the better college career.
Right.
So yeah, so if you want to,
I mean, they've both won championships. Teaspoon won a championship with Louisiana Tech.
Oh, she did? Oh, okay.
In let me see what year she won. In '98. So not too.
88 probably.
88, sorry, yes, 1988, sorry. She was already in the league in '98.
A few years after Kim Mulkey won for the same school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll go with Teresa Weatherspoon on this one. She is our final 8 for region A. Moving on to region B.